Make sure the sound's good. Going to be going over some local SEO Q&A today. Local SEO is what we're going to be talking about. So just let me know if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me? Just let me know. If you can hear me loud and clear, give me a thumbs up. Chat below. Let me know, hey, yeah, I can hear you, William. And just get your local SEO Q&As inside and I will answer them. Doesn't have to be local SEO. It could be agency work. Can be whatever. Doing multiple things at once here, so don't mind me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Alfredo? How you doing, buddy? Doing good. Can you hear me? Yep. Okay. So go ahead and get your questions in, guys, and I will answer them. Whether it be how to run an agency, VAs, local SEO, whatever it may be, black hat, white hat, whatever. Yeah, my headset doesn't work whenever I'm obviously going live. It's been a bit. Awesome. How you doing, Dennis? How you doing, Dan? Good to see you guys. You don't know, I've been on vacation for a bit, about 3 months straight. Coming back, we're going to be doing some videos, going live, coming up with some new things. Good to see you, Dennis. He Western Laker. I don't know who you are, Western Laker. That seems like a new name for me. Dan Downey. Good to see you guys. So drop your questions below if you have them regarding local SEO, agency work, scaling agency, finding clients. You need to find a client. You're brand new to SEO and you don't know how to do it. I'm like a genius when it comes to that sort of thing because I scaled my agency from a handful of clients, 3 or 4 clients, to where we're at now. And we have well over about 1,500 clients. So get your questions below. Long time no see, Dan. That's correct. I've been on vacation for about 3 months. So you changed your name. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I just hadn't seen this profile before, Western Laker. So, but yeah, went to Boracay, went to Palawan, went a bunch of places. Jason's came to the Philippines, left the Philippines, and came back to the Philippines. And so we're back at it again. We'll be recording and doing some videos. You see Jason dropping a lot of stuff lately. I'll be dropping a lot of stuff. I've been hard at work on an SOP system. I have over 200 SOPs now. So 200 SOPs covering everything from social media management, hiring VAs, interviewing VAs, team meetings, SEO steps, non-SEO steps, social media management, video editing, stuff like that. It covers everything really you need to run a digital agency. That's going to be a part of Jason's thing that he's working on too, or scaling to 6 figures, etc. So Dennis, I'm actually going to be doing something real soon, so keep your eye out, basically, in which I'm going to take and create a brand new website, brand new everything, brand new GMB, and rank it. And I'm going to take it and set it up. How do we structure it? SSL certificate, all literally step by step. So we'll be doing that. Dan Downey, like to be the middleman broker for your services. To me, That's the smartest fucking thing to do. I tell people all the time. I have people, Dan, that come and say, "Oh, I want to run an agency," and then they find out they're running an agency. It ain't all it's cut out to be, bro. It ain't all it's cut out to be. Because a lot of people think about it and they want to run an agency, but there's a difference, I guess, between running a small agency and running a viable big business in which you're dealing with 50 to 80 employees and actual employees, and you have to deal with health insurance, and you got to deal with taxes, and you got to deal with people quitting and then people cheating and doing all types of craziness. So brokering is in which you sell my services is exactly what it is you're the middleman. You just make a cut and I make a cut and everybody's happy, so that to me seems to be the best idea. I cannot seem to find the schema plugin for WordPress from your website where to buy it. That is easy peasy. I'm going to show you how. If you don't know, we are the ones that created this tool, not someone else. Someone else currently does have a group in which they're trying to pitch it and shit, but let's see here. Share a window, share a tab. All right, so if you go to our website, as you can see, we've added a lot of services. Besides our normal SEO and web design, we also start video editing, social media management, graphic design, content writing, software, and virtual services. So if you go under software, I have all these softwares we offer. But if you go to page 3, this is where you're going to have the location page plugin, which is the geocentric plugin. Has a 14-day trial. Monthly plan is $25 a month. Yearly plan is $197. If you go to the schema, which is on page 2, this is your schema, $25 a month, and then $197 for a yearly plan. Hopefully that helped you, but that's where you go and buy it. Dan, I will pay you to set something up. That's awesome. Yeah, so basically I'm going to be setting up a website and going through the whole thing. How do I structure it? If it's going to be multi-location or not? What services? How do we create the content? How much content? Do I do backlinks? Yay or nay? Where do I embed the GMB at? Any other tricks and tips that we actually use, which I haven't seen too much change. And the reason I can say that is because we deal with a lot of clients and nothing's been, it's not like anything's really changed. We do the same thing we've always done. Content structure, good on-page SEO, some backlinks, a little bit of backlinks, some press releases, blog posts, YouTube stacks, citations, and we get results. Dennis, have I decided a niche for the website yet? No, I have not. Can you rank a GMB with 0 reviews? Yes, you can. Is it ideal? Not necessarily, but can it be done? Yes. Lots of things can be done, but it's not ideal. You can rank a GMB without an actual website and just the free business site. But is it ideal? Not necessarily. If you want an actual business professional presence versus just maybe you're a rank and rent person just trying to get a website up and you just want a business site and do it for free. Okay. Isaiah, I have a question. What's the best content outline for local business website? I have a question. What's the best content outline for a local business website? So for me, homepage really is just going to consist of paragraphs or introductions to each of my services, which are going to be full content on service pages. My service pages will be at least 1,500 words. Yeah. How do I fill up a page of 1,000 words on keywords that aren't much to talk about? Trust me when I say there's a lot to talk about. If I say roofer, you may only think there's not much to talk about, but I guarantee you I can use Jarvis or any other AI and or Jasper, what they're now calling it, and create enough content, 1,000 words. Plus, if you take, let's say, for example, you write your content and then you stack it with reviews and you stack it with a FAQ or fact at the bottom, you'll very rapidly wind up with 1,000 words of content. It's not very difficult, you know. I think a lot of people make it more difficult, really. And when I'm doing keyword research, if you want to, Isaiah, drop the keyword, and I'll give you a prime example of how to do it. So, Dennis, man, I was able to rank a GMB website for a client, but it was hell to supplant it when the actual website is up. Yes, the GMB was killing it. So, I've actually had where I remember it was, I believe, early this year or late last year, there was a update on Google, and I was able to get rid of GMBs, all types of shit I was doing. And then I never had this happen where I simply changed the website URL on the GMB, got instant suspended, did that two to three, and then had to bring them back. And it would only allow the URL structure to be at one specific place on the GMB. And yeah, it was hell supplanting. It was hell supplanting it. And yes, I had it all in citations all over the internet, just like I normally say to do. So, for example, Isaiah, I'm going to give you an example. Let's go ahead and go to Google, and I'll show you. So, let's do this real quick. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to go to new tab. So, let's say it's metal roofing repair. Let's just say that's one of your services, right? So you see all these people also ask. So every time I click on the last one, it gives me more things I can write FAQs about. And this is one area I'd pull FAQs. This is another area I would get some ideas from people. And then the people also ask down here. People also ask down up here. And if you haven't noticed, Google is starting to do this where it's put in two spots that people also ask. Originally, it was just up here, and now Google's starting to put it in both places, at the top and the bottom. And then it also shows you some other keywords people are looking for. So you could add in and mix in some of this content as well. So a lot of times when people look for content, they're not, if you will, they're overthinking it a lot of times. Isaiah, all right, let's see. So Isaiah says, my main keyword is junk removal Houston, but the service page right about is furniture removal Houston. Okay, so that's a real easy one for me because we've done it before. Furniture removal. Let's just say furniture removal. I don't even have to type in all that other crap, right? But let's go ahead and do a presentation. I'm going to show you this. So let's say it's furniture removal, right? How do I get rid of a lot of furniture? How do I get rid of my old sofa? How much does it cost to remove a table? How do I get rid of a large table? You understand? So you can literally write easily 1,500 words of content. So imagine if just you took these topics right here and made that onto your service page, right? So you guys notice this. Google's starting to put your questions, or people also ask here, and they're putting it down here. Get that? So Google's telling you that this is really important. And then it also tells you other related searches down here. Hopefully you guys caught that. That's a golden nugget. Appreciate that, Isaiah. Motion gifts. What do you think about making Google sites to do map embeds that backlink to my website. What do I think about Google Sites? To do map embeds that link back to my website. Try it out, see if it works. It's the only thing I tell people: try things, see if it works, test it. That's what SEO is about, testing. Mm-hmm. Too many people in the SEO industry say, "Oh, this works" or "this doesn't work," and they don't know jack shit. Does it or does it not work, because they've never even tested it, much less tested it at scale, much less tested it at a couple of hundred websites. They test it on 1 or 2 websites and they make a judgment of something saying it works or doesn't work. Reality is it might not have worked on one specific area, one specific niche, one specific website. That doesn't mean it doesn't work. Embeds definitely work. Okay, embeds alone, I'll tell you, works. So anytime you use embeds, yes. So Dennis Acacia is that you can hide a lot of the content according to your page. Yes. So you can actually create a lot of content, and maybe you don't want that content to show up on that specific page. We actually do this sometimes with location pages, and you just put in accordion and hide it. There are other black hat methods in which you can use CSS to push it off the entire page. I don't necessarily suggest doing that, because sure fact Google then goes, why are you trying to hide all this content? An accordion, they actually still read it. So, Facebook user, what sort of project management systems do I use? I use Infinity. If you've never heard of Infinity, I used to use just Google Sheets, right? I would tell you, for the most part, in Infinity's infinity.com, you can go there. They usually have Graham is the one that told me about it. At one point, I was using another one, and I've gotten Infinity set up. We're actually going to be launching most everything through Infinity. But everything used to be on Google Sheets. It used to be on Google Word documents, everything like that. And then I had some VAs at the time do something really bad. So they switched my access from this to them, transferred all of it. So I'll never use just Google Sheets. And I would tell you not to, because what can happen is anybody anytime that has access to your stuff can transfer it from here to another account, and it's all gone. And then you have to rebuild. But these are all lessons. This is one thing I told Jason. A lot of people don't understand success is not just straight up. Running an agency is never going to be easy. You basically create systems to break them, and then you fix them or tweak them, and then you break them again, and then you fix them and tweak them and break them again, fix them, tweak them, break them again. And why do you do this? Because you get better and better, and you discover things along the way. So Isaiah says, do you think location pages can still rank with duplicate content, just changing location keywords? In older videos that mention this strategy. You've never seen that strategy on my website or on my channel, because I'm always somewhat using unique content. You must use unique content on every single one of your location pages. Otherwise, it is a duplicate page, and it can be considered by Google a doorway page. And then what they're going to do is they're going to de-index it, and they're not going to index it because it's duplicate content, or they'll see it as a doorway page. Doorway page meaning it's not really, it's a meaningless page, right? You're not trying to send people to a location page, really not. You're trying to put content on it that ranks, and how we do this, we get them to your website, and all of our content is unique on every one of our location pages. This is one of the reasons why we use our plugin, because it's pulling data from that specific location, that specific neighborhood, streets, etc. Western Laker, I remember you once told me that to make my site citation list into a PDF file and put it into the footer of my website. Absolutely. Actually, I didn't say that. So but I did say something similar. Your reviews, you create a PDF file, and this is something Chris Palmer teaches as well. And this is actually where I got it from, was from Chris Palmer, because I used to never do this till Chris told me about doing this. You take a PDF, you take all your reviews and put them in there. And then once you put all your reviews in there, you hyperlink the reviews to the reviewer's name. And then you put your name, address, and phone number in it and brand it. And then you put it in the footer of your website. So Chris Palmer's the one that actually showed me that little hack. Good friend of mine. Dan Downey, I would be interested in the website that you build online if you can do a specific niche. I mean, we sell websites. So, I mean, just go there, order it, and we'll do it for you. I'd be interested in a website you build online. Yeah, specific. We can do a specific niche or whatever you want. If you go to, and you got so much new stuff. I haven't even shown you guys, but I'll show you some. So, I mean, let's say you want to order a website, get a web design. I got landing pages now available. 20-page website plus 10,000 words of content plus 1 month of SEO for only $350, or a 10-page website with 10,000 words of content plus 1 month of SEO, only $150. I got rank and rent packages, 10 websites with content with SEO, only basically 2,500. 20 websites, same thing. You understand all these deals in here? Then we also now have video editing services, right? For those guys that are doing a lot of video editing, if they want it ranked, if they want it bulk, social media management, we're doing that. We're doing graphic design now. We do content writing, which can be just a press release, content services, content plus press release. We got all of our softwares in there now. And we also offer virtual assistant services. So for 40 hours of VA is only $197, which is insane. Hey, Holly. Embeds with G sites work well. Yeah. Can YouTube videos help your, okay. So Thomas the Train Toys, can YouTube videos help your website rank if you use live links in the description title? Yes, primarily one of the things that I do is, for example, we create a blog, take that blog, make it into a video. It's the same stuff I've been teaching for a long time. Blog into a video, take that video, then embed it into the blog. So take that same blog, make it a press release, and embed the video into the press release. But the way if you look at any of my videos in which I'm talking about an SEO subject or whatever, basically my template is inside of my video. My video, the way I lay it out, the header, the title, everything is very purposeful and done on purpose. Even how long I do my videos, how I talk in my video, all of it. So, but it definitely helps you rank. One of the sites I'd ranked before, which was facade installation, maybe not a hard niche, whatever. Every excuse there some people want to give you, but I had no citations. I had no backlinks. I did one press release and I had the YouTube stack, and that's it. And it dominated about a 50-mile radius. Motion 60 booth company. My competition is low. How could find out if this industry is not a fad? Google Trends. Not getting that much booking. I have content from YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, GMB. Google Trends. And if you've never been to Google Trends, I'll show you. I love Google Trends for looking up stuff. If you're not using it, you need to be using it. But let's go to Google Trends. So Google Trends, let's say I type in, what was your niche real quick? So photo booth. So photo booth company, a 360 photo booth company. So I'm just out of curiosity, photo booth. Right. So in the past, I necessarily wouldn't get into this industry personally. Just based off of this information right here, I necessarily wouldn't. But that's in the Philippines. Then we can go, let's say, United States. I don't know what country you're in. But so if I'm basing this off of United States, I would say, yeah, I would do it. It might not be the best, but it's telling you also in here. So I enter in the term, what state. I can even go in here and go, okay, so this is in breakout. And then I can look in here and it tells me what's the best states to go to. And let's say I wanted to do Georgia. I click on Georgia, and then it's even going to tell me what topics, right? And these are all in breakout. What are some related queries to it? What cities that are really big? Like this one right here is Macon, Georgia is a really big one. Right? It tells you exactly what topics, everything. So that's one way I'd find out if something is trending and something is worth getting into. And it's another way in which in finding keywords that you should be focusing on, what cities you should be focusing on, everything. Dennis Acasio, do you offer a service of creating videos of existing blogs? Yes, we do. You just have to go to our video ordering service, and are you wanting to make that us to make the video plus do the thumbnail plus do the ranking? If so, that's under video editing, and I think it's like 200 and something. So what type of VAs? Lead gen, project management. So if you go to our virtual assistant, and I'll take you back to that. Do you need help with fulfilling SEO, web design, content, link building, personal assistant, data entry, or any other service for that matter? Why not use our hand-picked VAs? They're all trained on my SOPs. And if you want to book a call to discuss it, you just go here and book a call. And that doesn't cost you anything. You just book a call, and then we'll talk about it and see how we could help each other. All right. I think, did I miss anybody? Nope, I got you. All right. Let's hide that. So it does everything, not just lead generation. We have lead gen VAs. We have SEO VAs. We have content VAs. We got project management VAs. We got a little bit of everybody. So I have my own little black book of VAs, if you will. And then I also have my employees. So Facebook user, is this the ghost? Long time no see. How are you, Facebook user? I don't know who you are, but yeah, I've been on vacation for about 3 months, traveling all over the Philippines. So trying to debate too whether or not I should go to SEO Underground, because I got an invite yesterday to come and speak. It just means I have to look into some things. If I go there, it's in the UK, and I got to get some things taken care of here to actually be able to go. It's not that simple. Better business management. Hey, Danny. So can I use the advanced schema plugin on a non-WordPress site? No, cannot. You could put it on, there are ways around it. You could put it on a WordPress site, build out the schema, and then take the schema file and then put it inside the non-WordPress site. You can do it. Yes, that is possible. That whole method is possible. It's one of the ways we've done it in the past. So get some more questions down here, guys. Any SEO questions, agency questions, finding your first client questions. Also, another thing that we do, I don't know if all of you know it, but we also offer a discount for agencies. 1 to 4 clients, the pricing on the website is the same as it is. It doesn't change. Once you're at 5 clients or more, you just reach out to me and I give you a 25% discount. Once you're above 50 clients, then it goes up. The discount even goes deeper. Okay, so, and that's why a lot of agencies use us. Besides, we know what the hell we're doing. We also discount it. And I live in the VA capital of the world. My wife runs the business, and everything's cool. So, hey, Danny. Awesome. Yes, Jason is still here. Shane here, got to bounce over the Philippines soon. I'm right next door. Where are you at? You're not in Thailand. I believe you're in Vietnam. I want to say, Shane, one of those areas. Western Lake, could you please say something about how to use your geolocation plugin to expand service area, increase GMB ranking in service areas? So one of the few things, well, a couple of things that are actually in the geolocation plugin, and it will automatically expand your proximity, is we have street addresses, we have directions from those street addresses to your GMB, and you can switch those up. And then we also have the bus stops inside there as well. So all of that will help you expand your proximity. There's nothing you need to quote unquote do. You just need to use it. And a lot of people don't even use it, don't even know it exists. Quite honestly, I got almost 1,000 students in GMB Pros, and a handful of you use it. The ones that use it rave and rant how wonderful it is and how to increase their proximity. And then other ones don't use it or don't submit support tickets to use it. So which is more important, creating content or having the right SEO VA to position the content correctly? So step one, if I was to give you the order of importance, it would be you need to get a project manager that's really good. You have your project manager or someone that personal assistant, whether or not you got project manager or not. And then right after that, you need to get an SEO. Then you need a web designer. Then you need a content. It also depends on what you're going to focus on. Are you going to offer content services or not? Are you going to offer web design or not? My recommendations would switch based upon what you're focusing on, what you're going to actually be, selling, what your offer. Yeah, I saw it. So you're in Vietnam. I have to come over to Vietnam. I've actually been thinking about it. So just honestly, gifts of motion or motion gifts depends on what you're focusing on, what your offer is. So if your offer is just SEO, obviously I'm going to tell you get SEO. But to keep your sanity, you're going to need someone to help you manage your clients. Awesome. Bought your business management. Use it first time this week. Let me know what you think and send over a testimonial when you see those rankings jump up. Is it effective to do website sponsorships of schools, churches, etc.? Yes, it will also help your local relevance. Okay. You want to get your name out there. I mean, it's just basic guerrilla marketing, if you will. Put your foot in the door. You want to get your name out there, especially on local business. Do I offer any services for database agency or only WordPress? None of my plugins work for Duda per se. There are workarounds. Now, as far as SEO, we'll do SEO on Shopify. We'll do Duda, Weebly, Wix. It doesn't matter. But what I would tell you is that we're going to start doing the SEO. If you're not in the top 10 within 3 months, I'm going to wind up telling you that you need to switch over to WordPress. There are things we can and cannot do if it's not in WordPress. Now, let's say you're in a niche, it's not very competitive or whatever. A lot of times we can get you to the top 3 without ever being in WordPress. So how would I go about getting sponsorships? So sponsorships a lot of times from schools, and you want to wind up being a sponsor, you just contact front desk. A lot of times, contact the administration. Same way you contact, if you go to conferences, you can sponsor conferences a lot of times just by paying them. That's all you're looking at. Or a football game, you're going to sponsor them. Hey, I'm going to pay for this for the football team or whatever. It's not very hard to get sponsorships, at least. All right, any other questions, guys? Get them in here. Got about 15 more minutes left, so. Yes, sir. It's been a long time. Bought a motorcycle. You guys want to know? Bought a motorcycle, 1,000 cc's. Crazy, huh? A lot of you guys are like, what the hell? Yeah. Yep, get your questions in, guys. I'm just going to be sitting here doing some work. Let's see here. Awesome. Yep. Love the Bentley. William, love the Bentley, bro. What Bentley? I don't know no Bentley. I have a truck, an SUV, and I have myself a crotch rocket, basically, naked bike. Yeah, I'm actually going to be, Dennis, I'm going to actually be doing I opened up a YouTube channel just for the motorcycle. I'm actually probably also going to be opening up a channel for something else as well, but a couple of new channels I'm going to be doing. I didn't have a Bentley on my Facebook story, so I don't know what you're talking about. I did have a Lambo. Facebook, you just be careful with the traffic over here. So many expats end up in bike accidents because they aren't used to the road. Shit. I don't think y'all's roads are any more dangerous than fucking Manila and the Philippines, bro. Try driving over here. Why is my SERP ranking fluctuating so drastically from day to day when I get in the top 10? Key with WW keyword is more stable below the 10 it bounces. I would need to see the keyword. I would need to see the website. All depends. I can look at things a lot of times and tell you right away. Bought your business. Have a site that's progressing slowly but gaining traction. Suddenly a competitor is ranking up that came out of nowhere. GMB is inactive. Everything is old. Well, age is the factor. A lot of times people don't know, especially with GMB, age is a factor. Domain name age, but GMB age especially. But I would have to see it on Bought Your Business. Would I continue to add new courses in Rank Fortress Academy recently, like nationwide SEO? I shut down GMB Pros. I'm not adding anything more into GMB Pros. That does not mean I'm not going to be going live and having offers and stuff outside of GMB Pros. GMB Pros, for most of you that don't know it, if you've not been inside of it, has probably 500 videos by itself, with a ton of SOPs, and I doubt most of you have actually went through it. So video by video by video, and actually implement it and actually use the SOPs. And that's the very first thing I would tell you need to do. So best option for your review is audit through your website. So if you go over to, I'll show you real quick, because I drop these quite often, by the way. If you go over to either my webpage, my personal Facebook page, you'll see this, and you just go in here, go into the comments, and you see this form. You fill out this form, and then I'll do an audit for you. Or if you go into GMB Pros, if you're in GMB Pros, or into this group, which is my main group, largest local SEO group on Facebook, and you'll see the same thing here. A lot of times you go down here and see free SEO audit, do the same thing and comment, and I'll take care of it. If you do that, then I'll, take care of that for you. Let me get out of here. How do you get into GMB Pros? So if you want to get into GMB Pros, I'll show you that as well. If you go over to the website, get SEO courses. Also, by the way, I got all these books in here, all free. if any of you guys want them. There's like 20 something books on marketing and SEO. But if you go over here, you can get the GMB Pro bundle for only $350 one time. Normally it's $1,500, or you can pay the $97 a month and you get a 7-day free trial. Okay. I also have this course too, Facebook Millions, how to make money with SEO audits, and that's only $47. And whenever I came out with it, I sold it for $200. Any promo code to buy WordPress plugins for members of GMB Pro. Okay, so if you're a member of GMB Pros, you get those plugins for free. So part of, and we'll go show this again, but part of GMB Pros is you get that stuff for free. So whenever someone comes in here and gets GMB Pro, they're getting access to all my past courses and all the videos and all the stuff inside of it. All my past courses, all the live Zoom calls, everything that we've done, you're getting access to that. So that's just another reason why to become a GMB Pro. You know, at one point with GMB Pros, I was going live almost 7 days a week. 5 to 7 days a week, I was live every single day. We did that for about a year and a half, you know. So that's primarily why I even took my damn break. Yeah, I took a break for about 3 months because it's just so much crazy value there. Appreciate that botcher, crazy value in there. So glad I signed up, so much value. I appreciate that botcher. But we go over everything inside GMB Pros. We have GMB, the original, GMB Reloaded, the GMB where we go over SOD installation, GMB where we go over towing company. Then we have different classes from people like Craig Campbell, Chris Palmer, Holly Starks, Mike Merlino, Brent Bowser, Tony Peacock. The list goes on and on and on and on. We have a lot of people in there. So what has caught my interest lately that you've been wanting and experimenting in the SEO world? Nothing. To be honest, if you want me to be honest with you, Motion Gifts, I like SEO because it provides me with the ability to have the lifestyle I want, not because I love SEO. Chris Palmer loves SEO. That's him. He lives, even breathes SEO. He geeks out on SEO. That is not me. Now, what have I been doing lately? I went to Manila. I went to Boracay. Boracay is being one of the most beautiful places in the Philippines. Palawan's another one. El Nido. I went to Manila, played in an APPT poker championship. Got my motorbike. Going to be starting to vlog. Jason's going to be vlogging a lot. I'm going to be vlogging a lot. A lot of things we're going to be doing. So that's really what I'm doing as of late. So GMB Pros is a gold mine. Thank you so much, Dan. But yeah, I mean, if you go to Rank Fortress Academy, let me show you this. Fortress Academy. And this is what you're going to come to, but you just log in here. And once you log in, you're going to see all of the content. And it's a lot. So if I go on the back end, I'll show you this real quick so you guys can see it. That haven't seen it, just so you can see what you're getting. Because you are getting quite a bit. So if we go here to GMB Pros, this is the back end. This is not how y'all normally see it. But so I have Make Money with SEO Audits. That's not in GMB Pros, but that's a separate course, and that shows you if you're getting into SEO, how to actually start making money. I have all my free ebooks in here. I have the private group access. I have all my SOPs. If you click on the SOPs, these are all the SOPs that are in there. That alone sells for, my SOP system with all my SOPs is $997 a year. Okay. Got affiliate SEO with Craig Campbell, lead generation with Drew. Then we got Jesper, not Jasper. So we got that. And then we also have Tony Peacock, CTR Geeks, Chris Palmer, Brock Misner, my original GME Masterclass, my Reloaded Masterclass, my Towing Niche, How to Scale Your Agency, Web Designing Gutenberg. We got Signal Genesis. We got Kevin Sy with Automation and Patrick from Lead Snap for Rank and Rent. So, we just have a lot in there. There's just so much in there. If you would spend, if you will, the weekend just going through just that alone, you'd be so much way ahead than most SEOs out there, because we have everything in one place. Holly Starks and all of them. We go over RSS feeds and how to create RSS feeds and embeds, location pages, hacks, strings to call out, keyword and insertions, and backlinking, and everything that you could possibly want to do is there. So on top of it, if you ever have any questions, you just literally go into, when you're a part of GMB Pros, you go into our private GMB Pro group, post a question, you get a community that will help you answer, because it's not all about just me answering questions. It's me and other people. All right, guys, I'm going to be getting off here. If there's no more questions, CTR Geeks. Yeah, and we go over CTR manipulation and driving directions and cell phones with Holly and everything you can possibly think of. So, all right, guys, I will see you later. Until next time, you guys be blessed and have an outstanding day.